Okay, my friends, it is time for another edition of Political Point Magazine. Tonight's special edition, and we will get this underway here in a moment. Yeah, all right. So, you are watching Political Point Magazine. Where the right is right and the left, well, the left is always on the wrong side of history. Why? Because political minds want to know. So enjoy a conservative point of view. And let's talk pea soup. With tonight's top stories. More problems for Governor Chris Christie. We will get into that. Apparently Dems are now unleashed on the governor over the Bridgegate and another scandal involving Hurricane Sandy funds. Well, also, Benghazi, what really happened? We will talk about that. The administration was not truthful in all of this. And the Obamacare website is 100% not secure. Yep, that's right. And the youth, we have some new numbers on the Obamacare registrations. The youth are not signing up for Obamacare. And the Obamacare lies continue. We will talk about that. And tonight, and more, I am your political host, William Mitro. All right, my friends. Yes. All right, my friends, welcome to another episode of Political Points, where we tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. All right, now, this, my friends, is quite amazing. We have come across some things in the news that have come up. This is a special edition of Political Point tonight. I am now this is now a special edition for tonight, and we bring you tonight's top story: more problems for the embattled New Jersey governor. That's right, a plunderstorm of things have happened here. Anyhow. Okay. Whoa. Let's get into this right here. Apparently, the embattled governor of New Jersey, okay, Chris Christie there, you see pictured there, has some problems here. Okay. Now, apparently involving Hurricane Sandy funds. All right. There's a new scandal that showed up in the New York Daily News. Okay. Now, some people in the news, in the media, have been talking about this, and it has been quite the story. Okay. Now, a lot of Democrats now accuse the governor of being kind of how should we say, um, have accused the governor of being a bully. Okay, and his bully style of governing. Okay, in fact, they're almost accusing him of being soprano-like. Okay, but there's a new scandal. Okay, now, and this involving another mayor of New Jersey, um, mayor of Braddock, um, but the mayor of the mayor of Hoboken accused a pair of top Chris Christie aide lieutenants of a soprano-style shakedown, denying the city Hurricane Katrina funds, relief or aid, over a delayed redevelopment plan. All right, yeah, this is quite interesting now. Okay, as we get into this story now, the shakedown, as they accuse the governor of being soprano like. All right, we're gonna get into this because this is okay. Now, Mayor Don. Okay, now we're gonna get into this. Okay, so let's take it to this. Okay, now Mayor Don. Okay, wait. No, that's not the one I want. This picture right here. Okay, right up here. This woman right here. Okay, Mayor Don Zimmer. Okay, as she has been is Mayor Don Zimmer said New Jersey Lieutenant Kim Guadamir Kim Gadadown Gardag, yeah, Kim Gardag, Gardagno, no, and a second official warned her that millions of Hurricane Sandy relief for her city were tied to the approval of the Rockefeller Group's proposal. Okay, now, in classic Jersey style, the blunt conversation with former prosecutor Guadagno, sorry, I can't pronounce that, but anyhow, occurred on May 13th in the parking lot of the Hoboken ShopRite. Zimmer told MSNBC in a Saturday interview. All right. Now this woman accuses. Now this woman accuses. Okay. Accuses the governor or the governor's aides right now of and she's a Democrat. Okay, the Democrat became the city's first female chief executive in 2009 after her predecessor resigned in a corruption scandal. Zimmer, the married mother of 2 sons, served as a councilwoman before moving up. Okay, now Lieutenant. Now we move down here to Lieutenant Governor Kim Guardagno. Okay, was reelected last year with Governor Chris Christie in that landslide election. Okay, she began her career as a federal prosecutor focusing on organized crime in Brooklyn before moving to the Newark office. The Iowa native was also the first female sheriff in Monmouth County history. Okay, then and the second aide that was accused of soprano style shakedown. Okay, we move down further here. Was Richard Constable. Okay, the Ivy Leaguer spent nearly 8 years as a Newark federal prosecutor, working under the then U.S. Attorney Chris Christie. He joined the governor's administration in 2010 and became head of the Community Affairs Department in January 2012. All right, so so this is quite big, my friends. Okay, as Governor Chris Christie is accused of okay, so you see this. Okay, here's Governor Chris Christie with in conversations with Mayor Zimmer. All right, and Zimmer is accusing him of being quite Zimmer is accusing him of being quite soprano-like. All right. You see that picture right there? Now, but this is over Hurricane Sandy funds. Okay. Now, in classic Jersey style, the blunt conversation. Okay. Now Guandango pulled me. She says Guandango pulled me aside and said, I know it's not right. I know these things should not be connected, but they are. And if you tell anyone, I'll deny it, Zimmer recalled. Okay, now, and then Zimmer added, the bottom line is it's not fair for the governor to hold Sandy funds hostage for the city of Hoboken because he wants to give back to one private developer. Okay, now the Manhattan-based Rockefeller Group, a global real estate business, boasts close ties to Christie. Zimmer, 45, the mother of 2 sons, kept a diary detailing the disturbing meetings held just 4 days apart. Now, in one excerpt cited by MSNBC, she expressed her disgust with the Republican governor, who is weighing a 2016 presidential run. But you see the comparison here, all right, with Christie and that right there. But it almost is like they're trying to say that they have been mobbed by the governor. Okay, so the governor is a mob boss. All right, and it just speaks volumes here. All right, and Governor Chris Christie is, as you know, has had problems with has had problems now, coming to grips with the whole Bridgegate thing. Okay, with his aides now, and this really blows his chances now of possibly becoming the Republican nominee. I mean, this could prove that the when the going get tough, the tough get going, because now Governor Chris Christie has a major problem on his hands. All right, with all of this coming up, and with all of this in play here, all right, we now see that the Democrats are ecstatic now. They're just totally ecstatic here. They don't they they're not letting go. They're not holding back. Okay, they're not pulling punches here. All right, Governor Chris Christie now is the political punching bag for the Democrats now, which now takes me to how things are, how things will be for the now embattled governor. All right, this really takes the cake here, because now we have all of this coming up on the governor, and it's really not looking good. All right, but on that note, could the governor really gain ground? But I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I mean, Governor Chris Christie has his problems now, and it's just a total debacle. A total debacle. I mean, in fact, we now know that he did apologize to the other mayor, and his apology was taken seriously. But for this, Governor Chris Christie now is faced with several problems. He did fire those aides that caused Bridgegate and the closure of the bridges and stuff like that. But now he has bigger problems on his hands, and this is really going to spoil his chances for running for president 2016, which the Democrats think they have. Well, liberals and Democrats think they have a good candidate now with Hillary Clinton, although the scandal of Benghazi now has been a big, hot, major topic. Okay, in fact, we take you to this little soundbite here. All right, take a look. Okay, wait. All right, take a look. We take you now. Okay, Benghazi. Okay, what what really happened in Benghazi? Okay, but here we go. All right, take you to this soundbite right here. Okay.
Want to know what Chris Christie did? Fine, absolutely fair game. We know what he did when he found out what his people did about the traffic jam. He fired them. And he got up in front of the whole world and said, I'm embarrassed, it's my fault, I'm going to fire the people who did this bad thing. Name one person that has been held accountable for this bad thing called Benghazi.
ARB found that no one engaged.
Yes, name one person who has been held responsible for Benghazi. All right, not one. Not a single one. Nobody has been fired, and so as Ed Henry has discovered, we haven't been able to get good answers from
person at the White House, the State Department, been fired over that. How do you answer that?
Recommendations have been put forward, including on personnel, and the State Department adopted those. It strikes me as a little bizarre to try to compare what's happening in New Jersey to that.
Really? Okay, so now you see here, this is quite the shaking of the game here. What really happened in Benghazi? All right. Now we did have the timeline of events that did happen. All right, but we know that there have been. We know that security requests were denied. Okay. In fact, Secretary Panetta, okay, former Secretary of Defense Panetta, was on the same day. We know that that on the same day that the attacks happened, okay, Secretary Panetta testified that he said there was no denying that that there was it was a terror attack, okay, but then, okay, now statements from the floor here.
Yeah.
Okay, but we even have a bipartisan panel. Okay, we even have Senator Dianne Feinstein saying statements like this, saying statements on the Senate's floor this morning, and some media reports about the Senate Intelligence Committee's bipartisan reports on the attack of Benghazi, Libya, intimate that the report assigns culpability to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton for the tragedy. This is patently false. The report, approved on a bipartisan basis, says no such thing. Oh, really? But Hillary Clinton does bear responsibility. Okay, as a matter of fact, and this is what Senator Dianne Feinstein said, Secretary Clinton is not mentioned in a single time in the 58-page bipartisan section of our Benghazi report. Oh, really? Well, is that true? Because I think Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has to bear a lot of responsibility for what happened in Benghazi. All right, because it was her State Department. Okay, now her State Department that has blood on their hands. All right, for denying security requests. Okay, they knew from the start that that this would be very, very troublesome. In fact, we have the timeline of events that happened. Okay, and I'll put them up on the screen here. All right, as we go along here. All right, but Benghazi, the Benghazi timeline here. All right. Timeline of events. April 6th. Okay. This is what really happened. Okay. And okay. So April 6th, 2012, Benghazi. Two Libyans who had been fired from a contractor providing unnamed static security for consulate Benghazi through a small IED over the consulate fence. There were no consulates. There were no casualties or damaged, and the suspects were arrested but not prosecuted. April 11th, 2012, Benghazi. All right. A gun battle between an unidentified armed group of forces loyal to the Transitional National Council, or TNC, occurred about 4 kilometers from Consulate Benghazi. The unidentified armed group attacked a Ministry of the Interior building in an attempt to seize a fleet of vehicles that had belonged to the Gaddafi regime. The gun battle included use of anti-aircraft guns and RPGs. All right, obviously a terror attack. Okay, from a terror group. All right, and that, my friends, took place. Okay, then we have the next one. Okay, which took place here. Okay, April 25th, 2012, Tripoli. The U.S. Embassy local guard force officer traveling in a diplomatically plated vehicle was detained, and his embassy issued radio seized at a militia checkpoint. He was released without further incident. April 26, 2012. Benghazi. While a foreign services officer stationed at Consulate Benghazi was attending a trade related event at the International Medical University, a fist fight escalated to gunfire between security forces for the trade delegation and militia providing security for the university. A U.S. Foreign Service officer was evacuated by members of the 17th of February Martyrs Brigade, and a Libyan militia stationed at Consulate Benghazi. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Now, the next ones. Okay. And interesting to note here that, okay. Now, we move on to April 27th. Okay. Benghazi. 2 South Africans. Okay. April 27th, Benghazi. Okay. Two South African contractors were kidnapped by armed men while walking through a residential area of Benghazi. After a brief interrogation about their nationality and purpose in Libya, they were released unharmed. May 1st, 2012, Tripoli. The deputy commander of Embassy Tripoli's local guard force was carjacked, beaten, and detained by a group of armed youth. He escaped by climbing over a fence and notifying the embassy by phone. Libya security forces fought a gun battle with the assailants in order to recover the number of stolen vehicles and release other detainees. Wow. Okay, and next, okay, we move on to May 22nd. Okay. 2012, Benghazi. The 2 RPG rounds were fired at the Benghazi office of the International Committee of the Red Cross, approximately 1 kilometer from consulate Benghazi. The attack occurred during the early morning hours, and there were no casualties. A Facebook posting that claimed responsibility for the attack said, after we confirmed that the ICRC were giving out the Bible to the refugees of Tiraga in Benghazi, a group of mujahideen attacked the HQ and of the ICHC with an RPG, and it targeted the meeting room inside the building. We didn't want to hurt the Christians. It is just a warning. We also didn't want to hurt any Muslims working there. We recorded it on video and will publish it soon. So the ICRC must take down their flag with the Red Cross and close its office in Libya. We announced that Libya is an Islamic state. We did not attack the Sahara Bank. Wow, really? All right. Then moving on to more. Okay. Which, by the way, this is quite interesting. All right. But the next one we come across here, as it so happens that we did have more. Okay, so we did have more on that note here, but then okay, yep. So that was May 22nd, and I did have more, but we find out that the terror group took credit for as the attack. Ansar al-Sharia was the terror group that posted that on Facebook, and as the attack was happening, that was the group that took responsibility for all of that. All right, and so, my friends, this is what we have now, but on this topic. But Benghazi, and then you remember that then you remember that the day after the Benghazi attack, which was the 11th, which was the 12th of September. All right, they blamed it on a YouTube video, and they continued this lie. All right, so why were the talking points distributed like that, and why was Susan Rice sent out to 5 different talk shows repeating the same lie? All right, this just seems quite odd to me. All right, but we know now that there was a bipartisan report out, okay, on Benghazi, and we know now that that people have and we know now that the administration is weak on fighting the war on terror. All right, now they should have known that 9/11 was the date. 9/11 was the date that they 9/11 was the date, and on that date that a terrorist attack would have been that a terrorist attack would have been in play for that day. All right, but they continue to lie about it over and over and over again, just to cover up the fact that it was an election year. All right, so this, my friends, we have evidence that this is quite shocking. All right, but now we also have new Obamacare numbers. Okay, now Obamacare. Okay, and as we know that okay, the Obamacare website, all right, has been a disaster. Okay, and the administration has been lying about the enrollment numbers. All right, but take a listen to this. All right, okay, the Obamacare. Okay, Obamacare is a disaster now, and what we have here, okay, as far as Obamacare is concerned here, okay, Obamacare, okay, but yes, but Obamacare now is quite the disaster. Okay, in fact, I'm gonna put this segment into the Political Point magazine's Political Points of Vision. All right, and so guess what we found out about Obamacare. All right, take a listen to this.
Gov is not secure today. And nothing's really changed since the November 19th testimony. In fact, from our November 19th testimony, it's even worse. I don't understand how we're still discussing whether or not the website is insecure or not. It is. There's no question about that.
It is insecure.
It is insecure, absolutely 100%.
100% insecure. 100%. Yes. You get that now? 100% insecure. Go figure that one. All right. Now, it appears that the Obamacare website, okay, they have lied to us about the number of people who have enrolled. In fact, they have okay. In fact, there's this discovery now. Okay. There's this discovery now that even Kathleen Sebelius, the HHS secretary, had to concede on. Take a listen.
Convicted felon could be a navigator and could acquire sensitive personal information from an individual unbeknownst to them.
That is possible.
Yep. But it appears now, even Obamacare navigators, okay, navigators were exposed. About there have been 1 in 7 navigators from New Mexico have been discovered to be on a criminal background list. So we have criminals now navigating the website, and so it's totally unsecure. All right, people's data and information is easily distributed, and stuff like that. And now they even found out that that the website, okay, that the administration has been lying about the number of people who have enrolled. Okay, now the final numbers in fact, the youth are not signing up. And the youth are not signing up for Obamacare. In fact, this is quite. We revealed this before, but Obama is recruiting people like Magic Johnson to try to get the youth involved. Take a listen.
I remember when I took my physical and they told me I had HIV over 22 years ago. If it wasn't for that quality health care that I have and the plan that I had, I probably would have been dead. Boy, young people, they think they're Superman, like nothing's ever going to happen to them. But trust me, one day something's going to happen and you're going to need a quality health plan. So make sure you get Obamacare.
Now, on top of that, they're also recruiting other basketball stars, or supposed basketball stars, but these are not recognizable to the youth, and it's not working. Okay, the youth are not signing up for Obamacare. It's just out. It's just out there. The numbers that they have touted, okay, are they are claiming that almost 3 million, over 3 million, and to 6 million people have registered for this abomination here, but that's not the case. All right. In fact, we now learn that this possibly that there's only 2 million people have registered, okay, for the exchanges, and 6 million people have lost their health care. Okay, 6 million people get this, okay, and the whole Obamacare thing, okay, has just flip-flopped, okay, on Obama. Okay, we now see that the investigation into this, okay, it's just ridiculous. All right, so it in my view, okay, I see the problems that we have here. All right, Obamacare. I'm not signing up for Obamacare. I already have insurance through my job, through my job. So so it would seem that we have a situation here that all right, and all right. So I want to get into some other things here. All right, because this is quite important. All right, important to note. All right, because we now have Obamacare crashing. Okay, it's not secure. The website is not secure. All right, I would advise everybody to stay away from the Obamacare website. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. It's not working. All right, it's not working. All right, controversy everywhere with the website, and Obamacare is just a disaster. All right, we can't trust the government. Okay, now I am posing a question. Are you living better now than you did before? All right, and I pose this challenge to people because the economy is the main issue here. All right, and with taxes going up and everything, it's now tax season, and people need to do their taxes. All right, it's quite the thing here. All right, but I would advise everyone to stay away from Obamacare for quite a while. All right, because it's not working. It's not the system that was touted to be. All right, it's not what our officials said it would be. All right, now, all right, so we now see that that this is now coming into play, and Obamacare, yep, Obamacare is a disaster. All right, nothing is going right for the president. Okay, we have this bombshell of things that are going on. Okay, nothing is going right for the president. All right, the economy is still in the tanks. Okay, Obamacare is down, and you can't trust things. All right. In fact, oh yes, I want to get back into Benghazi, the investigation. All right. Okay. Breaking news here. All right. But before I go any further, we now see that serious Sebelius serious doubts over credibility with Obamacare. All right. But oh yeah, this is okay. Take a listen to what the administration is trying to claim with Obamacare. All right. Take a look at this. All right. Okay, here we go. All right. Oops. Okay, here we go.
2.1 million people who've enrolled in private plans and 3.9 million Americans who learn that they're eligible for coverage through Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program. Because of the Affordable Care Act, you're looking at this enrollment pickup.
Wait a minute. That's a lie. The Washington Post gave the administration 3 Pinocchios for that. All right. Yep. It turns out that according to Real Clear Politics, okay, you take a look at the numbers here. All right. And you take a look at the numbers here. The Real Clear Politics here says that only 380,000 new Medicaid enrollees due to Obamacare are far. It's a far cry from the 4 million in there. All right, and on that note, okay, the administration now. Okay, on that note, okay, the administration.
The Washington Post.
Okay, the administration here, all right, had put up. The administration said that there were 6 million people enrolled. All right, 6 million. All right, okay.
Videos.
All right, but however, okay, that got 3 Pinocchios. 3 Pinocchios from the Washington Post. 3 Pinocchios from the Washington Post here. All right, okay. And if you take a look, okay, wait a minute here. All right, but we go back and we take a look at this. The Washington Post, okay, has 3 Pinocchios on this here, okay, right here, okay, and it warns, okay, and it warns. It has a brief warning here, okay, all right. It has a brief warning here, okay? And now, you take a look at this. All right. Now, brief warning, all right? It says warning. Ignore claims that 3.9 million people signed up for Medicaid because of Obamacare. The actual number, though, that they claim is the actual number, okay, that is actually less than 4,000, less than 400,000 actually, okay, due to Obamacare. They were trying to claim that the new Medicare renewals, okay, Medicaid and renewals in in this as a result of this. But they were caught by the Washington Post and the Real Clear Politics website that they were misleading us. They misled us to believe all of that. Okay, so this, my friends, is quite serious. All right, we now have more of the websites. All right, more of the websites here. All right. In fact, I want to show you this clip now. All right, that they still don't have a payment function. All right, on this, but take a look at this. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Okay, wait. All right. So now, as I get this clip together here, I want to show you this. All right. Take a look. Here we go.
But we will be.
When?
As soon as that functionality is built.
So we don't know at this point how many people have actually paid for coverage.
That's right.
Yep. So we don't even know in testimony there. We don't even know how many people have paid for coverage yet. So this whole thing, okay, the Obamacare website is a disaster. It's just plain, okay, not working. Okay, nothing is working right for the Obama administration. All right, and we now see that that all of this is crashing down on the president. Okay, nothing is going in the president's direction, we shall say. All right, so my friends, it does come to the tip of the iceberg here. All right, and you see that we now see with everything crashing down. I think so we have so it's now bipartisan the way things are crashing down on people. Okay, so things are crashing down on Chris Christie. Okay, because of the latest scandal under him, and everything else. All right, but it appears now that we see that things are crashing down on Chris Christie, things are crashing down on Obama. Okay, nothing is going right. All right, so as we see this, all right. Okay, and I say this in the greatest of intentions here, all right, that things now are, time is of the essence, okay, and now what I'm gonna do, all right, I'm going to hold a conversation, all right. Oh, okay, so we got some new texts, okay, but I'm going to hold a conversation here, and in the last moments here, I want to get a hold of my good friend William. All right, and so, all right, so I want to get a hold of. Let's see how he's. Let's see how he's doing here. Let's see.
Hi, this is William. Thank you for calling. Please leave your name, your number, and what time you called, and a brief explanation of your concern to call me. And thank you very much. Happy holidays. God bless.
Hi, William. This is Will from Political Point magazine. Just wanted to give you a call to see if you wanted to chat more on politics. But anyhow, it appears you're not answering the phone. So I will hang up and maybe you can call back. All right. But that's all. All right. So that was that was interesting. All right. But anyhow, we're all coming down to the wire here, and all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it to the last words of the night. All right. And I actually have a couple things. All right. So, but coming up here, I wanted to take it to the last words of the night. All right, which okay, the last words of the night here. All right, so on this week, okay. Now I'm going to take it to there's some things that I've read in the paper here. All right, now a couple things here. All right. And this, my friends, is quite interesting. All right. Now, the first one is okay. Now, we all know that Obama is conducting a war on inequality, you know, or trying to fix inequality and equity, and supposedly trying to bridge the gap on the rich and the poor. But in the Daily News, all right, there was this little thing here that says, okay, Master and Johnson's, okay, a Spanish study revealed that rich people have better sex than poor people. You think? Well, maybe not having 3 jobs and being exhausted all the time just makes sex that much better. That's a little tidbit of there. And now another talk show, another late night talk show, has this little skit on Obamacare. All right, so take a look at this. All right.
Hi, I'm Alex, and this is my wife, Martha. And we're both approaching the big 6-0.
And we have health care issues to deal with.
I take blood pressure medication.
And Levitra.
Yes, and Martha's got beta blockers and something for her osteoporosis. It's not cheap.
But fortunately, we don't have to pay for it.
No, you do.
That's right. You young people are paying for our drugs and our doctors.
Not to mention our Social Security and our Medicare when we retired at Boca. And you know why?
Because you don't vote.
And we do.
That's right. Hope you enjoyed that Burning Guy Festival.
Come on, Martha. Let's go find that Levitra.
Oh, Alex.
The Affordable Care Act. Next time, maybe pick up a newspaper.
Okay, my friends, that's our show for tonight. We thank you for watching Political Point, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Always remember, follow me on Twitter at WilliamMetro2, and also check us out on our YouTube page. All right. We thank you for watching Political Point, where the right is right and the left is always on the wrong side of history. Vote Republican. Check us out on the web, facebook.com/PetePolitical, myspace.com/politicalpoint. Email us at politicalpoint@hotmail.com. mccarpet24@hotmail.com, and check out my website on the Elmira City Hall Examiner. Thank you for watching Political Point. The right is right, and the left is always on the wrong side of history.